Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I wanna shoot, baby.
Packed in your stack, especially in the back, brother.
Just forget about that awful X-Men Origins Wolverine movie and the total waste of Deadpool in it, because Ryan Reynolds is back in what seems to be his favorite role, at least if we look at that awesome marketing campaign they pulled off. This Deadpool doesn't get his mouth shut. He's constantly wisecracking, dropping the F-bomb, having fun with the violence, and is just a blast to look at. Yeah, this movie is R-rated and I have a lot of fun with it. But let's begin with the beginning, because the opening title sequence of this movie is pure awesomeness. I don't want to spoil it, but man, they know how to make the fourth wall breaking work here. Breaking the fourth wall is actually what I liked most in the movie. They use it to distinguish the movie from other superhero entries, because just violence or cursing would have get a little bit dull in the end, I think. It's not just adding to the entertainment value of the movie, but it's actually a very cool storytelling device to make an otherwise rather schematic origin story appear fresh and interesting. Because yeah, in the end the movie tells pretty much the origin story of Deadpool, but I think it should. Because Deadpool is not Superman or Spider-Man, not that many people, myself included, are familiar with this superhero. And I think in that regard it's a little bit similar to last year's Ant-Man from Marvel itself. But the origin story here doesn't feel overused, because we start with Deadpool in his costume and get right into the action. The whole story is told in flashbacks, and the best thing about it, Deadpool himself gets to be the narrator.
Surprise! This is a different kind of superhero story. To tell it right, we gotta take you back before I squeeze this ass into spandex.
It's a movie that's certainly not for everybody, like the character Deadpool is also most certainly not for everyone. There are some gruesome scenes and it can be kind of disturbing how close the comedy and the darker tones are presented here. Ryan Reynolds' character, Wade Wilson, you know Marvel and their alliterations, gets diagnosed with cancer, and as an effort to beat the disease, he gives himself up for medical experience that are supposed to turn him into a superhero. At least that's what they are telling him, because you know the end result, you know his face, his body. Ugh! There are very explicit torture scenes and all the jokes can't always obscure the grim nature of it all. But maybe they shouldn't. Deadpool himself as the narrator addresses it. First, it's a love story. Later, it's a horror movie. And thankfully towards the end, it's becoming a love story again. But of course it's also a comedy and an action movie. The comedy is best when being self-referential, making fun of superheroes, Ryan Reynolds himself as an actor, or the X-Men franchise. It's especially funny when Deadpool is interacting with other characters such as Colossus or Negasonic Teenage Warhead. The contrast to the good-hearted, naive Colossus delivers some of the best moments in the movie. As to the constant wisecracking, it's mostly funny, but at least for me, it doesn't always land the way it should. I'm not sure if it's the timing or just the constant vulgar nature of it. It's entertaining, but it also gets a little bit older than the other stuff they are doing. But that's maybe the point also, because Deadpool as a character should be a little bit obnoxious and also a little bit annoying. So it's fine. But like I said before, breaking the fourth wall, commenting on the story itself, making connections to other superhero franchises or spoofing its own role works much better because it's something different and at the same time so perfectly mirroring our current nerd and internet culture. The way they use music is another strong point of the movie, as is the way the love story between Wade Wilson and his girl Vanessa, played by Morena, Baccarin, unfolds. They are both social outcasts and really click together. Deadpool is not lying when he tells you that this is a love story. There is chemistry, it's romantic and funny and also sexy. As far as the action goes, it's nothing that spectacular. Again, like Ant-Man, the whole movie plays on a different level as other superhero entries. It's not about saving the world, not about fighting against alien invaders or stuff like that. It's a simple revenge/origin story. But personally, I would have liked it a little bit more if the whole finale would have been a little bit more creative. It's just a brawl. The villain too is nothing that spectacular, and I don't mean spectacular in just like super big or powerful, but he seems a little bit too generic. But it's hard to criticize the movie when it's in on the joke, because the bad guy is just a British villain and the missing set pieces are because of the missing budget. And I think that's totally understandable because this is R-rated. So in the end, Deadpool pretty much delivers on its premise. When you like this kind of humor and had fun with the trailers and that out of this world marketing campaign, you will eat this up, I think. It's a damn good start of this year's superhero slate and Reynolds just brings it. You have to wait for all the credits to roll, because at the end there's something very special for you. So that's it for today. My name is Jimmy Cage. If you liked this video, please tell me about it. Comment below how you liked the movie. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Yeah, that's it for today. See you guys.
Oh, I'm touching myself tonight.
X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya.